Peace and blessings. What's up, everybody? We are in the Groove podcast studio, and today we got a hot one. I am DARRIN HENSON,
and I'm TAUREY HENSON,
and you are watching and listening to the In the Groove podcast. Now, today we have film creators in the studio. Today we have directors, producers, and dare I say, we have a junior in the studio that's going to be talking to you about marketing. So for all of those people who don't understand marketing, you're going to be able to get a 101 today, because this is FUBU, for us, by us. So I want to put that out there right now. This film, I watched this myself, and I didn't really know what to expect, but we're going to go back a couple of years when COVID hit, when everybody was trying to monopolize on these PPP loans.
Use the system, the Paycheck Protection Program.
Yes. Well, that's what this film is about, and it's told in a very dynamic and funny way. So we have the director, Mr. Devon Bray, in the studio, his wife, Sharika Bray, in the studio, and their son, Devon Bray Jr. Welcome to the In the Groove podcast.
Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
How y'all doing?
The funniest thing I think about this movie is that I heard stories about stuff like that, where people were doing like the unemployment claims and then the PPP loans and then the new business and then the out of business. And, you know, a lot of people actually did get in trouble for kind of using the system a little bit. So I felt like the movie rang true. It was really, really funny.
So now, in your own words, because, you know, I can bring it into the mic, but I really want them to hear from you. Tell them what your story is about in this film, because you're the director of this, right? So you wanted to get this story across in a very positive way, right? So, but in a funny way. But so tell the world what your film is about, and, you know, tell us why you wanted to tell this story.
For me, we like to judge things from the outside, so I kind of want to give an inside look. What was behind people getting the PPP loans? Okay, so it was just a lot going on.
Yeah.
So and not only that, most of the movies that was coming out always depicted our shutdown and the hard time that we went through as a world, I should say, being gloomy and doomed. So I had to find something during that period that I can make comical and something that we can all laugh about. But truly, I think the biggest thing is when Biden came back out that he extended his, 10 more years?
Yeah.
So we looking forward for some sequels.
Yeah, no doubt.
I love
Like, he
that.
can't even be
He
in
said
office
the
that
funniest
long.
thing.
Yeah, he can only have a second term,
I know,
right?
you know.
Like, that didn't even make sense to me.
Well, I mean, 2 words, made in America. So
So did you yourself get one, or do you know people who tried to scam
like, what
and get one?
inspired this?
See, y'all dig a little bit. But
Look.
we don't go there. We don't go there.
Look, let's go.
It's a podcast with the twist. We gotta know.
For us, we didn't get the PPP loan, and we have a legit business.
And they
Yeah.
didn't give it to you.
So yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get my PPP loan. And we decided to get it with our own hands, and so it's kind of like we're not mad, but we really needed that because I was shooting music videos at the time. My actors is to the point.
So you're not a first-time director. You've been behind the camera before.
It's a business. We a film company. We actually that before anything, you know.
Tell everybody the company.
It's Bray Films. If you Google Bray Films, you'll see over 900 music videos that I did in my city. So, and a lot of people ask, like, how do you get all these actors? Well, we do music videos, we do weddings, we do family.
People know they could depend on your business.
Exactly. So when they were seeing me doing something for a change, they like, well, yeah, we'll come out and support that. So why you see so many characters, it's just my whole community, and I'm like the only one shooting movies in the city.
That's what's
so
up.
It's kind of like a household, you know, break.
So you figured you wasn't going to do any body doubling for Ice Cube. You was going to do your own thing.
Yeah,
Because I know you heard that before, right?
I feel like, I grew up on these movies, right? So it's kind of like, and I think even Ice Cube trying to get another one going, but I want to kind of depict the future, so that's why Nemo.
Yeah.
He's not on the bike, but
he's on the hoverboard. It's so dope, man. Y'all got to listen. Y'all got to check this movie out again. PPP loans. Like, look at it. It's on Tubi. It's on Amazon. It's
long gone.
Yeah, PPP loan gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone now.
It's on. Tell us one more time, because I saw it on Amazon.
It's on Amazon,
Tubi and Vudu. Y'all got them all downloaded already. Y'all already got the apps. So make sure you watch the movies. So let me ask you, Sharika, as a producer. Now, you were producing music videos before, but a movie is a whole different animal.
Yes. It's a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
And this is your camera right there, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of behind the scenes situations. Yeah. So he is the creator of the film, and I deal with all the grunt and dirty work, all the grunt work and stuff that we do behind the scenes, which is we deal with the copyright, I deal with the distribution, feeding the actors,
all the paperwork, handling
and
people.
he's left to just.
You were doing like 10 jobs, because on TV or film sets, you got the line producer that's dealing with the money. You got craft services that's feeding people. You got the AD who's wrangling all the talent. You've done it all.
I do like 10 different jobs.
Wow. Wow. So you ready for Hollywood?
You got it
Yo,
done.
you ready for Hollywood?
And
Wow.
Trying to get the movie out there, help. I also aid and assist my son with marketing and stuff, like contacting you guys and getting it out there and pushing it beyond what Kansas.
Well, you've done a great job. So let me ask you. So your character arcs, like when you write films, do you just write from your head? Do you sit with individual characters and write their storyline and then piece it together? Or did you want to clearly off camera we
by people that you know.
Clearly off camera we were talking about one of the characters, right? Like, we didn't want to see him go to prison, right? So do you, like, if you thought people were going to react that way, would you have still done that?
I would have changed his role.
Uh-huh.
I would have changed his role. I would have made him be the other character and made him. And I don't know if it's because of the character or if it's the actual personality of the actor why they didn't want him. I got more questions for the audience, like, why didn't want to see Sean go to prison? It wasn't, because the character is because he was taking a rap for everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's more like, because that nobleness about himself.
Yeah, he was like the benevolent character. Like, people got attached to him. You know,
So I
kind of a hero.
I wouldn't change it, because that's why you set up for a part 2.
Right.
That was a rhetorical question. That was a setup. I mean, because you want to see the part 2, because you don't want him to take the fall, right? You fell in love with him during the movie. He's
there
charismatic
has to be like
too.
a redemptive moment. Like,
He's
he
very
has to come back.
charismatic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's a natural. So when you fall in love with a character like that, you like, oh man, like, no, part 2, right? You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you this. So you talked about your neighborhood. Tell everybody where you're from, first of all.
Okay, I'm from Wichita, Kansas.
Say it again.
Wichita,
Kansas, the hood of Wichita.
Right. So now I've been to Wichita. I know what Wichita is like. You know what I'm saying? So I commend you for creating and building where you are. People give excuses. Oh man, I'm from, they could pop, man, I'm from Wichita. And you be the first.
yeah.
Right? So you get to show up and show out and show the people of Wichita and put them on the map. I mean, next year, they might be like, Wichita, you know what I'm saying? Wichita, you know what I mean? So throw up your W, right? So it's about what you do and what you're bringing to the table and how you manifest, right? Everything from your community, how you bring it to light. And so with this movie, and this is not the only movie. We're going to talk about your other movie as well. But it's about come as you are, but don't stay as you are. Right? Now, tell me about the audition process for this film, and tell me about the casting process, please.
The casting started 5-6 years ago. So these are people that I've been developing from short films. So about time they got into the point of me doing movies, we already have a chemistry together. As you can see, it's not that like they're the best actors, because they keep in mind they have full-time jobs and they're coming out for free to do this. So keep in mind, I produced this whole movie. Now I'm able to do things different now, but I'm just saying at the time
When you were putting it together, it was a labor of love.
They just believe like we're gonna make something out of this. I'm supposed to get off work.
Now, are you the type of guy, because now y'all making tons of money with this film? The money's flowing in now. It's playing in England.
The laugh was perfect.
Right?
She was like, "We sure are."
It's playing in. I mean, we know. We ran the numbers. Like, you guys are making money off this film now, right? That might be funny to you now because you didn't think it was gonna happen. But now that y'all making this money, are you the kind of man that's going, look, because we making this money, here you go, check. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's what's up.
Was this filmed locally too? Did you hire local people?
Yep, all local actors. All the music that's in there is all local.
That's what's up.
Wow.
So the thing
So it was a collaborative effort with.
So with the casting, these are all artists that I done work with.
That's what's up.
And then maybe the family of the artist. So we have like a 10-year history together. They're comfortable with the camera. So I kind of got a cheat sheet with dealing with people that's already charismatic.
Well, also people that you can depend on, and you know their talent.
Yes.
Let me shout out a few names: Brittany Cully, Zephania Moore, Candace Burnett, Kwan Moses, Titus Hayden, Nicole Henson. That's my cousin. Stephen Espinosa Jr., Kaylon Gary, Paul Gray, Devin Morgan. Shout out to some of the cast members of the movie.
Incredible job, everybody. Incredible job.
So Junior, talk to us. Talk to us about marketing. Talk to us about that great responsibility of marketing your parents' film and allowing the world to know, because look, you guys got it on a bunch of platforms, right? So you did the work. You were able to get it from script to screen. That's a big applause, right? Matter of fact, that's a big applause right there. You got it from script to screen. Kudos to you. You know what I'm saying? The dream is real, and you manifest it. But this question is for Junior. What do you see now that it's on screen? Because it's easy. You could say, "Oh, it's a success." Nah, you still got work to do. So tell me about your responsibility in terms of marketing.
Marketing, man. So my responsibility is getting the movie out and making it money.
Say it again.
Getting the movie out to people and around the world and making
And exactly how are you doing that? What are the methods that you're using to do that?
We have viral pages on Facebook. So we got like multiple, which equals like 1 million. And they're there for black films and like comedy stuff. It's a meme page too. We put funny sayings, but we also promote the movie. Recently, I created the biggest Tubi group on Facebook. We averaging about 1.5 members a day, and it's already over 126,000 members. And it's the most engaging group ever because they're there for Tubi movies. So I built a network for Tubi where we're making the most money from.
So y'all are discussing all Tubi movies?
Yeah.
It's a
All
forum
Tubi
where
movies.
people just come in and talk about their opinions.
Independent filmmakers for free.
Oh, that's cool.
That's what's
So-
up.
And I think that's why people gravitate to the page because it's free to post. Producers hit me up and I just share the movie because the admin gets a bigger reach, but it's there because I see where Tubi's going and I see it help. Like that's where majority of the independent filmmakers.
Yeah.
And a lot of
And people are engaging with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comment, like
very
it's like 10,000 members a week and 400 posters a day.
What's the group called?
The best new Tubi movies.
Okay.
Best new Tubi
Best
movies.
new
Y'all heard it
Tubi
right
movies
here.
on Facebook.
That's true. I did a movie called Products of the American Ghetto.
Yep, I promoted that in there too.
What?
No doubt. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me tell you something. I feel like Nino Brown because of that film. You know what I'm saying? Because my character was raw in that film. You know what I'm saying? Easy was the business and gave you the business.
Yep.
And one of the things that I learned about that was, you know, I'm gonna be conservative in conversation, but the movie was shot for one price, but the amount of money that was made from being on Tubi and the distribution was bananas, went way over 7 figures. So if it becomes popular and people are viewing it, downloading it, streaming it, you know, whatever, calling upon it, you can make your money. So we're saying kudos to you for your film, man, and we're happy that the diaspora is doing that, taking it upon themselves to do for self. That's why we call it FUBU, right? For us, by us. And so
I want to know, from the project you said started 5 or 6 years ago, right? Working with these people, developing this script, and you have the script and you do it. Now it's on all these platforms. Is there a moment where you sat back and you were like, damn, like we did that?
All the time. All the time.
I mean, when you go from being an artist from all the way 20 years ago to now, and you just kept beating at this door and it never opened, and then it just finally just opened wide, you know. So I'm a type of person, y'all about to see like 3 to 4 movies out of me a year.
That's what's
it's
up.
like if the door is open,
Yeah, you got the platform.
Might as well keep moving through it.
Yeah.
So it's like I got so many ideas. I mean, if I just gave y'all some of the ideas of the movies to come, y'all could be like, what in the world?
Just let it flow. And now you have an open door policy with Vudu, with Tubi, with Amazon. Keep going. Don't stop. You know, we talk about this all the time on the show. There's a saying, you go through it to grow through it to glow through it, right? And so what you do is you faced adversity. And when you face adversity and you look it in its face, the adversity shrinks because you overcome it. And so all of those things that you have done and all of those things that you are doing right now, right? Some of the things you could do with your eyes closed, right? You're gonna make a different film, but you're gonna make it with the same intensity, right? Whether it's comedy, whether it's a drama, whether it's suspense, whether it's a documentary that you do with everything, right? The way you do one thing is how you do everything. And so what I hear from you is that you support your community, right? You give the music makers a platform to play their music. You got your family involved, and you're bringing Wichita with you. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting when I think about Machine Gun Kelly. Like nobody was thinking about Cleveland except for LeBron James, but like, you know, he'd tell you CLE till he die, right? Like that's Machine Gun Kelly, and we didn't really think about Cleveland before Bone Thugs and Harmony. That's what I feel about you. Like people ain't, you know, going Wichita, but this year they might be because of what you're doing. Because when it makes sense, when somebody's from there doing what they love to do and putting it on the map like you are, we applaud them. You know what I mean? So let's get back to you because you sitting over there quiet, right? You sitting over there quiet. On this show, we talk about everything from business to family. How do you juggle being a wife and a mom while you shooting movies and doing music videos?
I believe it's just being grounded in our faith in God. I just stay in a place of thankfulness, gratefulness, and it doesn't have to be, but it is, and God is doing what he's doing, not because of us, but in spite of us. And so it just gives you the strength to keep going forward when you're just solid and just unmovable and unshakable about the plan that God has for our life, for our city, for our family, grandkids. And that's how I stay grounded, by thinking of the bigger picture, what God is doing for all of us, not just my immediate family, but for the people that surround us as well. Everybody
that is affected by the work that you're doing. They say you either infect or you affect, and you're affecting people, and you do that through your faith.
but you see that it's bigger than you. Like, that's a true queen right there. Like, who can say, I'm here, I'm doing this because I know it's not just me. It's not just your immediate family. It has a bigger effect in the world than just with you. That's powerful. But that's, you know, where you are, your position. That's powerful. You're welcome.
Now, music videos, movies. You know my next question. TV?
Yes.
TV series?
Yes. It for me, it's just getting that solid group. And now I'm gonna be messing with a few Detroit actors. Hopefully, I can mess with you.
I mean, your pockets are deep now, so that's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? As long as you got deep pockets, you know what I mean?
And then people like Tyler Perry, that's paving the way, like really taking care of the actors. You know
Yeah, he's doing incredible things.
Because I don't have no overhead. I write the movie. I film the movie. I direct the movie. I edit the movie. I will be in a position to really, you know, even on a level independent, to do something because the overhead is way down. My son take care of all the sound, you know, so he's doing the boom. He's going to engineer the sound. So when you know, people don't really understand like sound is real important in movies.
It's incredible. Sound could kill your film. I've seen people with a lot of films and they're like, D, look at this. And I look at it and I go, yo, man, you got to pay attention to sound. And they so close to it, they don't want to accept that. It's like, you know, sometimes I put myself in a position to help other people and I send it to my connects, you know, who are running studios and, you know, networks. And they go, D, yo, the movie was cool, but the sound was horrible. Or the movie was good, but they got to re-edit the film, man. They did a whole scene where the dude's head was chopped halfway off. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't pay attention to that, and they get so close to their own project. They sit down in the house looking at it like, I did that. You know what I mean? So do you allow people, before you actually send your stuff to a distributor, do you allow other people to view it and critique it to make it better?
Yeah, as far as the whole city, I think our last premiere, 500 people attended, and I'll be wanting feedback from every single one of them. I say some of the things that came back from PPP long gone, but then you have another group of people saying, well, they like the length because you kept us engaged the whole time. And then some people like, I don't care what type of movie it is, it shouldn't extend past such and such
amount of time.
45 minutes.
Right.
So,
because then it gets too long.
Right. So my next movie is 1 hour and 33 minutes, but some of the people we premiered already, they kind of like, man, I want more.
Yeah.
But that's a good
but leave
place
it there.
to have people
like
in.
a good comedy is anywhere between 125, 127, 129. Right. You know, you could tap out around there and then let the credits roll into 132. Right. Yeah, you know, I know. I'm trying to tell you.
You found
I'm
the
trying to
sweet
tell
spot.
you. I've been doing this for a little while.
So what's next? What's the next project?
I'm a type of person, as you can see, I break a little rules in my writing. I don't stick to certain genres. What end up happening is, if you go look at Tubi and how they categorize me, they put me in so many different categories. So what I like to do is to take a dab of every genre. So there's a little thriller in PPP Long Gone. There's a lot of comedy. There's a little drama.
It is. You know, it's got everything in it.
It was
very,
the drama, like the action for me in PPP. It was like it got like almost like a cop show, like real intense.
Yeah.
But it was funny because he goes, "Look, I just need an ID and an LLC." Like what? Like, you know, that was shady.
And people didn't care. They always fixated on
the money.
You know. But yeah, for me, y'all, it's just really this next movie is gonna have all the same elements. Like you were saying, you're gonna kind of see my same style, you know, of kind of like subplots and things of that nature. And a lot of that comes from because I don't have full-time actors right now. You only can have so much of their time. So if I'm doing a 2-hour movie, you know, it's got to be many characters to fill up that whole movie or whatnot. So it's just
you to get more creative.
And it calls me to get a lot creative. But what's been happening,
man, I want to put you in a film playing like a Suge Knight character. Like, I'm getting this boss vibe from you. I'm waiting for you to go, huh?
You better be ready for me. I'm telling you. Hey,
I know you bring it, boy. I see you come in with like 6 thick dookie chains with the big pinky ring, smack the person when you walk in. Bow.
I can do it, man.
I know. I'm sitting here looking at your energy across from me. I'm like, he could direct and he can smack a motherfucker. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to act in my next one, man. People actually want to see me, you know.
You got to do something on camera. Yeah, definitely.
The name of the next movie is
Oh, I'm
Joint
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
See, she
Back
handling
on track.
business.
It's joint custody, and what I come to find out, a lot of people dealing with this.
Yeah.
A lot of people dealing with joint custody situations.
Yeah.
And most of the people I come across, most of the men.
Well, a lot of times they want joint custody so they don't have to pay child support. That's what that is.
He went right there with it. See?
Look.
We honest on
That's
this
what it
show.
is.
We honest on this show.
That's what it is. They like, no, I'll take joint custody. I don't have to pay child
How
support.
much? No. We can
How
share.
much I get off? Nah, you can
Nah.
bring it over on the weekend. That's what that is.
So, I mean, we can kind of guess, but can you give us like a synopsis of the film?
Yes, I would say I made this centering around the kids' perspective.
Now, is it a comedy or is it going to be a drama?
It's just real funny, though. I can't.
Okay.
A dramedy.
Yeah.
There's some serious moments that will cause you to laugh, but it's not funny in the movie, but to the audience it may be funny.
Let me say this: with PPP Long Gone, I was very, very goofy. Like I let the goofball.
But
go.
that's
Yeah,
why we
but it
loved
was
it. Like I
so
said,
funny.
like not comparing it, but like, you know what Fridays did, how it became a cult classic?
Right.
That's what I see PP Long Gone
Wow.
is going to become. It's going to become a cult classic. It just has the makings of it.
Right.
It's funny.
And I say with this one, it's real funny, but it's more controlled because the storyline is more important of these characters and where all the story is going. And y'all know I'm big on twists and turns in movies and making you think something's over here, but it's over here. So it's kind of like I'm able to dab more into, because I have a whole thriller side to myself. But the thing about entering in with comedy is kind of like I can hide a lot of things. You can hide some weaknesses in actors or whatever the case may be. Overacting ain't as bad. You get what I'm saying? But now they're starting to get a lot more seasoned. They're kind of getting ready for my thriller blockbuster. So y'all gonna see me inching more towards that. However,
You going to give us one of them?
now I will say the movie I'm shooting now is another goofy one. So I will be dabbing in and out of this, but I want to show everyone that I have a large range to myself as far as storytelling, because it's
Dope.
when you start digging through the layers of all the stuff I've been through, the things that nature, you would kind of know why I'm able to reach that far, you know, as far as demographically, I can really why, because we got a lot of people that don't look like us, like the PPP Long Gone. So it's kind of
It's a good film.
It reaches
speaks for
people,
It's
you
a
know.
very diverse film. It speaks for itself,
Yeah.
right? You're dealing with drama, you're dealing with comedy, and you're dealing with the reality of society and people needing money. It's just like you started out and you said, you know, look, we put in for a loan and we didn't get one.
A lot of people can relate whether they got one or not or tried to get one, and I think that's the magic of this movie. Even if you didn't get one or you got one, and you know, it brings that, like you said, that comedy to such a serious, you know, because the shutdown was really pretty serious. Nobody knew what was going on. And I think it brings that lightheartedness that kind of eases people a little bit.
And so one more time, what's the next movie you're working on?
Joint custody.
Joint custody. And so that's going to be dealing a lot with what's going on in society.
You said it's from the kid's perspective?
Yes.
Okay.
Their rights and their part in.
There's a
joint
kid that
custody.
stars in joint custody. He's 15 years old.
Dope. So it's going to be
Okay.
told from his perspective. That's great. I'm putting it out there. Look, this is amazing. Please tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
For me, just if you just put in Devon Bray, I pop up everywhere. So it's DEVON BRAY. You put that in, you'll be able to
Instagram, Twitter,
He
Facebook,
said everywhere.
Devon Bray.
Devon Bray.
You got it.
And
And
my Instagram, just Bray Films. So BRAYFILMS.
you got it. You heard it here today. PPP Loan Gone film. Go watch it today. It's on Tubi, Amazon, and also Vudu. Thank you, Sharika, for coming in. Thank you, Junior, for coming in. And thank you, Mr. Devon Bray, for coming in. We enjoyed the film. We love it. Y'all go watch it now. I'm Darren DeWitt Henson.
And I'm TAUREY HENSON.
And you've been grooved.